Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're ready to continue to try and put down a rather large vermintide. And I say that hoping we can put it down. It's a rather substantial one. It won't be any small task. Now, speaking of, let's see what we can throw in this army real quick. We do have a lot of grudge settlers. It's mostly just iron drakes, which iron drakes aren't amazing. However, some long-range artillery is not going to hurt anything. I'm thinking of maybe grabbing some grudge settler units here. I think we can have 6 now. It'd be real expensive, but we'll grab all those. And I'm going to move back down here with Gromby. That's the closest he can move right here, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to get him in position where he can reinforce. That's as close as it'll let me get. And we will get the reinforcements. Skaven are going to fall back because they feel like they're getting overmatched. They probably won't fall back from this next one, though. There we go. Gromby's wanting some revenge for that big ambush that he got caught in. And this is our opportunity for revenge, indeed. Some of these units here to speed. Or assign non-character unit speed. Who would benefit from speed? Well, I don't really have a perfect character for it, so I'll just stick it on some of these grudge settler longbeards. Explosive damage, non-grudge settler artillery. I mean, that shouldn't hurt to put on the cannon. Armor piercing missile damage, again, go good on a cannon. And this is the Rune of Dismay. Assigned non-character unit. I think it causes terror. So we'll just drop all those runes on there. There's lots of good runes. And then, of course, Gromby's going to reinforce us. And again, his army had taken a pretty savage beating, but he'll get to bring those new grudge settler units we just recruited back into the fight here. All right, let's get the rat stomping underway. My cannons are in range. The AI is probably going to fall back and wait on the reinforcements. I have reinforcements coming as well. They're going to take at least one savage volley here, though. Ooh, was pretty savage. Their lord got hit, as did their rat ogres. Now they can back up, and I could push them harder. But they're actually going to get a fairly sizable reinforcement from right here, and I think what I'm going to do is honestly take up, like, there's a very good kind of defensive / hill position here where one of my flanks will be mostly secure. It'll require the Skaven to travel far out and around. The only downside about this position is my cannons. We're going to have to position them actually a little bit better than that, right on top of that hill. We want them to have as good a line of sight as they can get here. And the best way to do that is kind of put them right on that ridge line. Now, there's definitely some interference that's going to be happening here, but I'm not terribly worried about it. I think, how long range do we got with these guys? That guy's got some pretty serious range right there. We must have had the snipe ability on him. I'm going to bring him over here and torment this. All right, there comes some of the reinforcements, and we should get our cannons realigned just in time for that. Our reinforcements are on the way as well. And that is going to bring a Thunder Barge and some artillery. I haven't seen any summons yet, so it's fortunate we're not having to deal with the menace below right now, which is very fortunate. Yeah, my cannons are going to get repositioned. If they can fire, they'll open fire. They are on fire at will. And there it goes. I'm going to take this hero over here and try and do a little bit of sniping. Oh boy, yeah, we landed some hits over there on those warp grinders. Warp grinders are very unconcerning for me. Rattling guns, Jezzails, cannons, all that kind of stuff's what we're really concerned about. But the Skaven don't really have a lot of those big concerning units. The Rattling guns, though, will be enough to help keep a lot of our flyers at bay, though they are an annoyingly effective counter to gyro bombers, gyrocopters, thunder barges. Very effective, in fact, not to be underestimated. I'm gonna target their warlord real quick, see if we can put some hurt on him while he comes across the map here. Come on, someone tag him. Tag him. Oh yeah, tagged him up good there. Knocked off like a quarter of his health. There's some mutant rat ogres there, 3 of them. Now, I am using a lot of unshielded units, and that is also ill-advised against the Skaven. Longbeards with shields would be better. They also have the shield wall formation, which adds a lot of versatility here. Is my sniper even shooting here? It may be hard to see his shots coming over, but I'm not even sure I've seen one of his shots come over. They're shooting at me. Anyway, that worked for us to cannon their leader right out of the fight. So that was an effective strategy. I think I'm just going to target some of these Ratling guns. I got to run away here for a second. But yeah, the Skaven are going to be honestly pretty annoying here because they're Ratling guns. So I'm going to try and target some of those. The closest one is being targeted by my cannons right now. It's outside of grape shot range, though, I would think. You hear those stupid Ratling guns going off. They just took some cannon shots, though. I'm going to hit them with some Zufbar 42-pounders right here as well. We want to damage up those cannons as much as possible right now. I'm going to get my grudge throwers. Oh, yeah, we got them good. My grudge throwers work in that area, too. And I've got some Slayers that came in on the reinforcements. I'm going to bring those down here. What else we got that we want to... Oh, yeah. More of these crossbows. Let's move those up and put them in a better position. And then Gromby and this guy, let's bring him down here, too. Yeah, the Skaven are... Oh, they got Warp Lightning. I did not know that. That is unfortunate for us. And won't really matter too much. All right. The fight is getting brisk. I have some exposed artillery units back here that we need to guard. And then I've got my Iron Drakes, I think may have already hit some monsters. I can't tell. All right, I think we got rid of the Ratling guns for the most part. There's a little bit more of them over here. I'm gonna actually target those. All right. And our Thunder Barge can kind of help support right here as well. I'm gonna kind of start flying it out this way. Nice. Okay, looking good. Where's our gyro bombers at, by the way? Let's bring those up. We did have one unit of Longbeards get pretty jacked up in this fight. Comes another Warp Lightning. We got rid of another Ratling gun. They are very limited on Ratling guns left at the moment. There's one right here shooting at us. Let's pop them. And I'm gonna hit some of these slingers. And then Gromby's down here now too. And then their lord is Tretch Craventail. He's actually kind of tough. I'm gonna use, yeah, Gromby just knocked out an assassin. He can't move, though, because of the warp grinders at the moment. They've got him stuck. Ooh, our gyro bombers are getting thrashed. I think they have... they got suppressed on them right now. I'm trying to move those bombers back. I got them way too far forward. I didn't really want to do that. Let's target some more of these. How are the Skaven still on the... Oh... It's because they got a Grey Seer back here and Tretch is still alive. I was trying to figure out how these guys are still alive. They really shouldn't be. But they've got those heroes that are holding their leadership together. There we go. Now they've routed. Not before they got one last lightning strike in, but... I mean, we took a little bit more damage than I would like to on a few units, but otherwise, I mean, the Skaven got absolutely waylaid here. Like, this, it wasn't close. It was a savage beatdown. In fact, I want to take my gyros. How much range do my cannons have? A decent bit. I'm going to see if I can target that Grey Seer on the way out of here. Gotta watch out for my gyro bombers, though, because sometimes they'll fly right into the line of sight for the cannons. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, that Grey Seer got eaten up on that first volley. There's an assassin that might get away. I'm gonna shoot up Tretch right here, but again, I've got to watch out for those cannon shots. So I've got to kind of maintain kind of a position here on the flank. I don't know how well my cannons are going to be able to fire long term because there is a lot of terrain on this map, but so far they've been very effective against that Grey Seer. And right now I've got my gyro bombers trying to work Tretch, but he is fairly resistant to their guns at the moment. My cannons will probably finish killing that Grey Seer. I said they'd probably finish killing it. He's somehow still avoided their fire. Oh, we got him. All right, cannons, target Tretch. I'll try and slow him down with my gyro bombers because they have the suppressed ammunition, so we're gonna suppress him. I've got Quarrelers right behind him as well. He does have good armor, so he'll resist the Quarrelers fairly well. I didn't know he had good armor, but he does. I mean, it makes sense. He's probably kind of like a Storm Vermin with a halberd, really, whenever you stack up his capabilities. Well, he is taking a tremendous amount of fire, but is still holding. How that's hilarious. My flame cannon followed him out here. I didn't know that was happening. I'm trying to target him. There we go. And he's being suppressed by the gyro bombers, so he can't, like, his speed is significantly reduced. That's hilarious. Tretch is just getting fed everything, but this also shows you just how hard he is to kill. Like, he is not that great, but he is just a nuisance, an utter nuisance to kill. If you can get a lot of gunfire off on him or something, that will work well. But you can see with the tools that we have here, he is fairly resistant to all of it, like annoyingly resistant. Some of these tools aren't really made for single entities, like flame cannons. Quarrelers, though, can usually put a lot of damage into just about anything, but his armor is definitely helping, and he's probably got some missile resistance that he picked up from a, you know, different, what do you call it, traits or attributes, other stuff that he picks up along the way. We do have Shield Breaker, though, so that should be helping us here. Holy cow. He's also healing, which, of course, is part of the deal. Man, I love how they've changed this stuff where we can see all those attributes that he's getting hit with over here. That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, see how we can see the burnt and all the other stuff that's affecting him. That's really nice. That's good work by CA right here, just making the game better over time. I know I'm always bashing them for stuff they need to do, and there's plenty they need to do, but never hurts to call out a good change. Oh, that was a savage beating. Definitely a savage beating. Clan Moors is in pretty big trouble at this point. They do still have a couple of large armies. I don't really know, like, I've played against the Vermintide before, but I don't remember all the specifics. It's possible that they might start recruiting more armies and fast. They may have more that are hidden. So, for instance, there's an army in Dingo Crack, as I probably can't see it. So all of that stuff is certainly possible. I think, however, what I'm going to do is just leave these two armies encamped so that they can do a little bit of replenishing. And then for Grombrindel's army, it needs to start doing some recruiting. And we've learned that the Longbeards are a really good front line for these armies, so I'm going to start recruiting those. And Bugmans would also be pretty effective against the Skaven, just because, you know, they can fire up over the line. We've already got a Quarreler and a Bugman here, so we probably want to do that. It would be nice to have cannons in the army versus the Grudge Throwers. Someone mentioned, by the way, that we should be doing the organ gun buffs here. Let's start this adventure. They said if we get the organ gun buffs that we can actually increase its range. And thank you for those comments, by the way. I love your comments. Definitely love it. Ability dig in. Range plus 40%. Wow. I mean, 40% range would be over 400, I would think, for the organ gun. Let's try that. And we get 3 organ guns to start with as adventure units there. So we could... and I don't know, the flame cannon's fun. What do we want to get rid of here? Maybe the dwarf warriors, because on the next turn we'd have Longbeards to replace them. I don't want that many artillery units, though.
Who calls me?
I'm gonna get rid of those 2, and then adventure units. Gonna recruit those. Should I just replace the flame cannon? Should we keep the flame cannon? Maybe we'll keep the flame cannon. We'll ditch the grudge thrower because we know we're going to be able to increase the range eventually. We won't have that range right away, but we'll be able to do it eventually. Let's go ahead and do that. I'd love to have a Thunder Barge back in the army, but that's just not going to be feasible over the short term. But in one turn, we can have this army back into fighting condition, which is going to be impressive. All right, Grombrindle has an absolute trash ton of skill points. I'm getting super low frame rates right now for some reason. Like just incredibly low, like sub 20. I don't know what that was, but something on the screen there was just absolutely dousing my frame rate. And I have really expensive equipment. So that's, I don't know what it is. Like there is some stuff in this game that is just horrid for the frame rate. All right, let's see if we can get it. Yeah, when I come into the screen, it definitely tanks a little bit. It's a lot better now. It was all the way down to like 16 for something that was on the campaign map. I don't know why the campaign map seems to tank the frame rate. I think there's like maybe a bunch of unoptimized effects or other things that are going on that are making it get a poor frame rate. Wish CA would spend some time improving the performance of the game. And it does scale fairly well. Like as you turn down the settings on the game, you can get a decent bit more FPS, but that can always be better. And I would love to see them really work on that so that the game scales well, meaning you get like a lot better performance if you are using high-end equipment. Or when I say better performance, sorry, I mean more graphical fidelity, right? And then as you scale it down, you can just really increase your frame rates and be able to run it well without having to have a $1 trillion computer. I think that is always a way that you would want to go as a developer, making sure that the game is available to as many people as possible, because gaming computers aren't cheap. They definitely do not come cheap. They have to be maintained. They have to be upgraded every now and then. Like it is an expensive hobby, I guess, to say it that way. So definitely something that I feel like developers would want to take highly into consideration. I'm trying to think how many more turns. We got the mutagenic energies. 2 more turns over here. That is super annoying. And then we've got to replenish that army. And then let's go check in on Belagar. We had moved him back here. We can't replenish the one army, but we did need to get them. We needed to get them some equipment because they are lacking in the healing department. So let's go into the forge, and let's go ahead and forge up. The old guard tankard, I think, is the one that heals when you're out of melee. If that is the case, yeah, out of melee. Let's start by getting a couple of these Iron Warden tankards, because it's going to work anytime that their leadership is over wavering. So I think that's a good start, though. Let's just get 2 of those. Now, healing out of melee is also good. Not to be underestimated, because there's going to be a lot of times where you aren't in melee, like when you're walking up to the other army, or maybe you're waiting on them to get the reinforcements, and if you had damage from the previous battle, they'll just start healing it. And again, that's excellent. You definitely want that. So it's not a bad thing to have. Now, Belagar does have the Old Guard and the Iron Warden tanker, so he is a tank, quite literally. He's going to be extremely difficult to kill. He's also very resistant to missiles. He's got 25% missile resistance, 30% physical resist, and a 15% ward save. So that's why you saw him just tanking damage out there in that battle against the Skaven. He's going to be very difficult to kill. Now, he has impressive damage, I guess, but it's not armor piercing. He does do magic damage. So he's not going to just be an outstanding melee unit, but he is going to be absurdly difficult to kill with 96 melee defense, 159 armor. Like he's just annoying to kill. That's going to be basically his one and only duty on the battlefield, is to just be a brick wall. Let's see, we've got the setup on the ethereal hero there. Got the setup on this guy and this guy. So that's good. We've got the items we need on that army. Let's go to the one next door to him. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe these guys did have it and it was my other armies that needed it. Let's make sure. Yep, Iron Warden tankard. It's good news, but we got so many skill points to handle. Which one is this one? Kargan Mormel. Where is he at? Right here. Okay. But he's got it, but his Thane also has it. Fantastic. Okay, good. Well, they weren't the ones who needed it. So I'm going to go ahead. It must have been, maybe it was Grombrindle's army. One of these armies that was fighting recently was kind of woefully underprepared. Let's check these guys here. That may have been the one I just checked, but let's just make certain. Okay. So he's set. He's set. He's set. Excellent. Grombrindle. I feel like Grombrindle should have at least the Iron Warden's tankard. I might look at his unique equipment. He's got the Rune Helm of Zufbar, which isn't bad. Like, it's really not. Like, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. But honestly, I think he would be deadlier with the Iron Warden's tankard. I know it's... But we also get a plus 30 with other dwarves and +1. I mean, we don't need plus 30 with other dwarves. We've confederated all the factions. So that's kind of useless at this point. Man, we've got so many Iron Warden tankards. Let's get to equipable. Right, so let's throw an Iron Warden tankard on him. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything for him to be able to heal. In fact, it's just going to make him even more powerful than he already is, which is very. You know who I am. I mean, we need an Iron Warden tankard here as well. Why does it do that when I put it on equipable and it shows all the stuff that's already equipped? That's stupid. Equipped. There. Okay. Got it. So we've got the stuff equipped on him. I don't see any other character runes or anything like that. Or would it show up in the ancillaries? I think it does, maybe. I can't remember. No, it's not over here. All right, we're okay for now. Yeah, we'll be good. Let's go ahead and drop that. We equip those, so our armies will be better equipped for fighting the Skaven. Let's just start working through our 1,000,000 skill points that we've got to take care of. So let me work through those. So we're getting a lot of skill points because we are using a whole lot of the mentor ability, so that makes a big difference. And then also we're fighting a lot of battles, so you're going to get a lot of skill points from that as well. Belegar has 3 skill points. What level is he at? 42, so he's got a ways to go. We definitely want to... Oh, we haven't done Tactician with Belegar. That's right, because he has these annoying other ones that probably aren't... Yeah, like that one's kind of useless, to be honest. I would like to reset his skills, but I think what I'll go ahead and do is just Dawi Firepower and Morgrim's Favored. We haven't done all the Tactician upgrades, and we haven't done the Thunder upgrades, so unfortunately Belegar's missiles are going to be leaving a lot to be desired. Leaving a lot to be desired. Let's see. Let's drop Mentor. And we're going to kind of just keep scrolling through all these. Rune of Grimnir is a good one. Foe Seeker. Scarred Veteran. To battle. And let's see. Hard to Hit and Stubborn Defiance are definitely good. And let's see here. Triangulation for Engineers is always a good go-to because it's going to increase the missile damage of your army. Engineers are very useful in that regard, very useful. Let's finish up Tactician. And keep moving through these. Go Woundmaker. We finished Scarred Veteran, Deadly Onslaught, Woundmaker. Banes are actually pretty tanky too. Whenever you get them all upgraded, they can cause a lot of damage. And then there's all kinds of weapons you can get them as well. Some weapons will do armor sundering. You can get some weapons that do anti-large. Like, you can actually really kind of diversify up your Thanes and get a lot of damage done with them. They are very useful heroes in the right situations. It takes a little time, I feel like, to get them as strong as you would like them to be, but they are certainly tough melee fighters when you get them there. Let's go with Bear Essentials. All right. Here we go. Got Triangulation, Zufbar, 42 pounders. And we had so many skill points out here. So many. Okay. Hearth Mountain, Boardbreaker. Triangulation. Oh, hang on. Go back. Flash Bomb. Flash Bomb's a useful one. All right. We took care of all the skill points. We do have lords that haven't moved yet. Oldest, I think, finally got rid of all of the beastmen out here. I'm gonna go ahead and take Oldest and head back up here and resettle this settlement. And then we got another lord not moved, which is Ungram. Ungram had been destroying the Crooked Moon, and he finished destroying the Crooked Moon, and we're gonna pop underground here and head for Nagashashir. Nagashazir, however you say it. Some type of pronunciation. I'm gonna run him up here. The ogres are finishing off Nurgle for me. We are gonna have to fight the ogres eventually, so we'll be ready for that day when it comes. Now, someone had an interesting idea with Silver Pinnacle, and I like their idea. The idea was, what if you tear that building down and then rebuild it? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Give it a shot. So I'm gonna tear it down and then rebuild it. It's kind of a handy building because it is helping us to not suffer vampiric attrition, which, for instance, Belagar would be right now, were it not for that. We haven't moved this army, but they can't replenish. I do have a ton of money, and I mean a lot. So we should probably spend some of that up. I'm gonna go looking for... Man, I don't even know where to start here. We have got so much holding. It is hard to know where to even begin. I want to increase the defenses at some of these places. Snag some Oath Gold. Improve our Oath Gold. Those are kind of out there. Volheim Mountains. Tower of Crack. We should probably improve the Tower of Crack as well. So we'll get some dwarf beer while we're at it. We'll do that. We'll just start spending some of this money here. The Gates of Jar. This settlement is exposed, so we should try to defend it. And we can get some Oath Gold out of it while we're at it. Shard lands. We'll want to build defenses for these as well as quickly as possible. Okay, we got a hero not moved. I don't know if there's really an army where I need this guy at the moment. I think there is. Yeah, not really. Let's just use him to harass the Skaven.
Killer of dragons.
Can't assault units. Apparently our chance is too low. We can try an assassination on this Packmaster. We'll probably fail, but whatever. Whenever we fail, we might get stronger. There we go. More buildings available, but we're going to skip that. Outposts available, I'm going to skip that as well, and it's time for us to end the turn. All right, there were no further attacks by the Skaven during this turn-in, but we did find an Undercity in Lamia, and you all know how I like Undercities. It is a fantastic way for CA to steal your money and hand it to the Horn Rat, so there goes our Horn Rat taxes. It's another Skaven mechanic that players just love. You know, they can't get enough of it. You guys like my sarcasm, or does it get annoying? Probably gets annoying. I give you too much of it. All right, here we go. Let's cut through some of this. All right, we are almost replenished with this army, but possibly still a lot of danger. These guys are still kind of pushing forward. I got one more turn before this army is done with the mutagenic energies. Iron Rock is at risk at the moment. Skaven are likely going to attack it. But that's okay, because they've pushed out with those two armies, but I've got a great opportunity right here with these two armies. So I think the Skaven are in a pretty poor position here. Gromby has re-recruited an army, and he's, I wouldn't say it's like the world's most amazing dwarf army, but he's ready to fight. Like, he's going to definitely be crushing some rat skulls. So I'm going to move up, and we're going to push towards Dingo Krakas with these two armies. You got to love that name, too, the Greenskins. Dringo Krakas, sorry. Dringo Krakas. Not crackers, but I mean, maybe I like crackers. I don't know. Dringo Rakas. Whatever the heck that is. Leave it to the Greenskins. I'm just surprised it doesn't include something about teeth. Is there some reason why I won't let me move this guy? Is it because of the way the... No, just weird. Like, have like a really long...
I'll do it.
I'm gonna
I go where I'm needed.
attack here. I'm gonna encircle it That way I can stand still and then get this other army up to reinforce. If we have the 2 armies, it'll help us in an auto-resolve, or it'll just help us, period.
Setting off.
Okay, there we go. Get my camera flip back around. Okay, now we are ready. They do not have another army at Dringo Rakas. So we're gonna just take control of things here. How is this homing projectiles? But it always seems to stink. Again, I'll give it a try. I'll put it on one of the cannons and we'll start comparing that and see how it does. All right, let's auto-resolve here. There doesn't really seem to be any need to fight that one in person. And we're gonna occupy this settlement so we can start replenishing. Killed another Skaven army, took another Skaven settlement. So Clan Moors is running very short of settlements, and I've got 2 armies pushing them here and a third that can start to make its way that direction. I'm gonna let this army come out here. They'll still be replenishing pretty well. I need to stay in friendly territory here, though, so I'm just gonna move right there onto an ambush stance. Unlikely that the Skaven will come out after me like that. Oh, we completed a mission. Sweet. We got the magic attacks for Malakai, and we got the armor piercing. What was that from, by the way? Reach rank 25 with Malakai. Oh, so we just completed that one immediately. What's the mission here? Kill the 3 champions of the other gods. Ooh, where are these guys? Holy crap, he spawned up in our territory. Well, we know what Oldest's job is now. Oldest, you got rid of the beastmen, and now you've got a new job. It's going to be to kill the 3 champions. So there we go. I can see the Slaneshi champion over here. That is a long ways away from my other armies that are on the front line, or else I would send them to help there too. We'd sent Thorgrim back here to knock out the Norskins who got behind us. They were not foolish enough to run, so they will now pay the price of their grudges. Nakari is leading them, but he's not leading them well, I think is what we'll say there. So he died, and died rather miserably, but of course, as is always with Slanesh, no matter what you do to them, they probably like it, and you just can't win. So we got rid of their army there. We can push the fight against Crone Hellebron. We've got our grudge army here, and I'm gonna move it up. In fact, I'll use them to attack because they're kind of expendable. And we will go ahead and continue the siege, and I will move up Malakai right behind them.
The past is the past. The best bits are Dowie made, of course.
All right, here we go. So we have Crone Hellebron's troops trapped inside the settlement. I have multiple units of grudge thrower artillery, multiple cannons, and multiple airships. I kind of can't help myself. I want to embarrass these guys. All right, it's time to begin the battle. I'm going to use my grudge throwers to trash their towers here, and then we'll just let our grudge throwers go ham on whatever they feel like. Their towers probably won't last real long up against our grudge throwers. They might do a little damage, though. You never know. Sometimes towers can be pretty effective. I'm just going to fast forward the tower killing, which, like I said, is about to be over. There we go. Both towers are down. I'm now going to use my grudge throwers to rip a hole in their gates. I need to put those in defensive, by the way, because they are not at the moment. And there we go. We're going to rip a hole through their gate. We now have reinforcements. Oh boy, that is so many stones getting lobbed at their gate. It almost one-shotted their gates. That is pretty cool. All right, here comes our reinforcements. We have Malakai's army, and we can summon the Spirit of Grungni soon. I'm going to move up all of his reinforcements. We also have Trollhammer, gyros. Like, we have so many tools at our discretion. I am very much looking forward to it. I'm just going to actually let my grudge throwers just start hurling their own shots here, fire at will style. Don't know whether it'll be effective or not. I think they'll get some hits, and we will just let them get what hits that they feel like. They're firing at that sorceress, though, right now. That is certainly not an appropriate target. Let's give them a target. What was that? Heard a whole bunch of smashing and slamming, but I'm not sure what it was. Let's Let's see here. All right, so I got my grudge throwers focused in on one of their dark shard units. See, I hear it again there. What in the world is that? Maybe it's the grudge throwers firing. It's coming into like my right ear. Sounds like something's smashing my troops behind me, but it might just be the grudge throwers doing their thing here. I think, honestly, what I might go ahead and do is... we can only make a hole in the wall right there. Let's go ahead and target the wall. I don't think they have a tower actually shooting back at me anywhere over here. I don't see any towers. All right, Airship 1 is slowly making its way up here, and I do mean slowly. We got Gotrek Felix. We got a lot of Slayers and Felix here, so that ought to be fun. Got some cannons as well. Let's move those cannons into position. And then I've got some guns that we could move into position. Our Slayers, though, usually like it when they get a chance to fulfill their Slayer oaths. And I think I'm probably going to give them such an opportunity here in a minute. Man, I would love to hit that Charybdis with our Trollhammer Copters. Trollhammer Copters would be extremely good against the Charybdis. All right, we did make a hole in the wall over there. Where else could we put a... We can put a hole in the wall right there. Let's do it. Just making some entry points for us. And then we'll send our Slayers in to fulfill their oaths. And I'm kind of slowly making my way forward with Airship 1 here as well. I really want to get after that Charybdis, but it's got some decent cover at the moment from a lot of crossbow units. Man, that is so much damage. Oh, they got a stupid shade unit over there, and they might have more. All right, let's see here. Work our way around those shades. They might, like I said, they might have another unit pop up. Oh, they have a tower back there too. Didn't see that. All right, here comes Airship 1. And we're gonna bring in the Spirit of Grungni as well, and I'm gonna bring a horde of Slayers up here as well, because they really want to settle the grudges. Take it easy with your ammo there, Gyros. Let's actually... Can we hit that Charybdis, or is he still going to be behind the wall? Let's see whether we can put a quick shot on the Charybdis. Yeah, they got to fly over the wall to hit him. And we're getting shot by multiple sources on the way over the wall. Ooh, we hit the Charybdis, though, with some shots. Get him, get him. Trash that thing. We're taking some crossfire here. I'm gonna move out of the way. All right, so both airships are in position. Spirit of Grungni's already taken some pretty vicious shots here, but it's okay. It's also being spirit leeched, I think, and our Slayers have arrived on site. I'm gonna actually put all these units in like a hard group and then just click an attack order inside the gates and just let them move in and start slaying, which I think is probably what they wanted to do since being spawned into this army, so I'm going to let them fulfill their duties. Oh, I forgot we have that stupid chariot out here that might be hitting my gyros too, and it would actually be fairly effective at such a thing. All right, all my Slayers are in slaying, except this one. Didn't get the command for some reason. All right, I'm going to send them all in. I lost sight of the Charybdis for now. Must have retreated, or it went into combat and died extremely quick. I don't know which one. No, there it is. It's right behind the wall over here. I'm gonna actually maybe see if I can put some shots on those chariots real quick. They will die in a hurry to our Trollhammer torpedoes. Oh yeah. And now they can't shoot back at me. Awesome. Let's turn around now and shoot the Charybdis. And our horde of Slayers is doing its job rather wonderfully. Send in my next wave of angry Slayer troops. Look at that, the Charybdis got nuked by the Slayer copters. I mean, if there ever was a Slayer in the air, it would be these Trollhammer gyros. They are very effective at what they do. Come on, put another shot on him. Put another shot on him. Finish him. Put him out of his misery. There we go. Got it. All right, I'm going to back up again to safety. Put those gyros out of the line of fire here. My cannons are firing as well. It's going to be kind of hard for my artillery to do too much from here. I'm going to move them up a little. We got some more gyros that we haven't moved in. Our leaders arrived now as well. And their sorceress, for some reason, doesn't want to fight a bunch of angry slayers. I can't figure out why. Alright, there is no running. The slayers have come, and they will fulfill their oaths. They will not be denied. They will slay until they can slay no more. I love it. Imagine having like 7 or 8 units of unbreakable dwarf infantry screaming towards you. Wouldn't be fun. And I don't imagine that the Druki are enjoying it at present. I haven't been paying attention to the Spirit of Grungni. Let's just push it back here where it can keep shooting people in the face. Let's tear that down. Oh, we're getting attacked by a... we're getting attacked by a stupid... What do you call it? Freak. Can't remember the name right now. Manticore. Man, that was like totally escaping me for some reason. I think the Spirit of Grungni can get healed. We just sent the Manticore into a frenzy there. The Spirit of Grungni gets killed. I don't think it actually matters because it comes back each time. And it looks like the Druki have had all they can take and are going ahead and crying uncle and bowing out of the fight. So there we go. Well, that was definitely a dranging. So Crone Hellebron takes another punch to the face. And our territory continues to expand near endlessly at this point. I get into the encamped airship stance here. Those allies there, the Norscan allies that were after us earlier, will soon be in our target, in our sights. And now that we've finished them off back here as well at Trollfjord, we can obviously move back that direction with that army. Now Ungrim has the opportunity to see what is hanging out at Nagash Azir, and this is a risk here because he doesn't have any backup. There could be like 5 or 6 Skaven army here. Let's hit cancel move just so we can see what's going on.
Let the bell scream, scream.
Oof, poison wind mortars, that sucks.
I grow restless.
I do have the range to kill them. My Doom Seekers would make very short work of their Storm Vermin, like no question there. What do they have in their garrison?
Hail, horned rat.
Horned Rat, Clan Carrion. What do they got? What do they got back here? This is Rat Ogres, Night Runners. They do not have artillery.
Aye.
I am going to go ahead and declare war here, actually. No need to call our allies to help. It says we can just win, but I feel like if we just siege the settlement, might be able to force them into a worse position. Okay, and then if they don't want to come out and attack me, I can always run down this way, and then within a turn, I'd be able to move another army underground up in there to defeat. Belagar did get some heals in. We are going to no longer... Whoa, man, the Tomb Kings chose violence when they woke up this morning. What are they after? Oh, they're after Clan Scryer. Well, I'll tell you what, Cetra. You know what? It's good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they definitely woke up and chose violence here. That is 5 armies led by Cetra himself, I think. Yeah, he's got his crazy chariot here. So rest in pepperonis, Clan Scryer. I don't think things are going to improve for you here. In fact, I see things getting rather worse rather quickly. I'm going to move back up here, in fact, since Cetra is here to assist us. That is still a lot of Skaven, though. Wow. There is a ball of Skaven up in there, and Skaven Blight probably has a pretty good-sized garrison. It is a massive settlement. That's okay, though. I mean, that's getting 5 units of, or sorry, 5 armies of help there, though. We'll take that, and we'll take it to the bank. We have a ton of Oath Gold already, so that's good. I'll go ahead and wait a turn, though, and then I'll go ahead and forge up some more stuff. We should be okay for this turn. Let's just check the rest of our lords. One more turn of mutagenic energies. Thank you very much for nothing, Zinch, you jerk. Speaking of jerk, he's got this army that was out to sea. Is he going to go around us? You know, yeah, Serpent Coast is not really a great settlement for me. Let's hand that to Krockgar, and that'll make him like us more anyway. Here, you can have Serpent Coast. You like that? Yeah, let's have a military alliance. There we go. And we don't need to balance it really. Let's just give it to him. If I take all his money, it's not really gonna do any much good for me because I already got enough. We just want to get him up in. I think he's already up in arms against Zinch. He is. So, and now he's a military ally too. So Krockgar can help us take care of Zinch if he gets behind my lines. And then, of course, we can continue to pressure the Zinchian spirits here.
If you want something done right.
All right, and we can actually just hand all this territory down here to Krockgar. That would make him happy. And then we won't have to protect it either. I guess I'll just go ahead and do this research here. Might as well. So we need the research. That's the garrison lord. We can't move right, or don't want to move right now, I should say. And we do have the skill points. Let's go with mentor. Thorgrim is at level. What level is he at? 47. So he is nearly completed with all of his. Got thunder, all that important stuff. Fire support. Hero capacity. Fire support sounds cool, and then it's just not very cool. Leadership against battles with Skaven, sure. I mean, that could be handy. Specialist. So let's go. Absolute. Grumbrindle leveling up again, and Grumbrindle is an absolute force to be reckoned with. He's got Lightning Strike. He's got like all this good stuff. We go with let's go with Thunder there. And what else? Let's go with Rune of Grimnir. That guy apparently thinks he's Belgar. Let's go with Deadeye. It's nice having some snipers for some of these Skaven armies. Grudgeraker's kind of fun under certain circumstances, but the sniper is honestly probably useful in more circumstances if I just had to guess. Let's see. Let's go with Requisition. Let's finish up the, well, actually, let's go with Deadeye here. There we go. Hero not moved. Let's continue to harass these armies if we can. Let's keep going for the easy assassinations here and see whether we can succeed. We failed again, but oh well, we're gaining skill points. Let's go ahead and just end our turn here. Well, the Skaven sent one smaller army ahead for some reason to attack Iron Rock alone, and they're gonna fail. That's pretty funny. Like, I mean, they'll succeed if they get there here in a minute. No, Queek turned the other way and attacked Belea's Sorrow. That's fine, he'll succeed, but I don't know if I would call it success, because now he's just wasting turns. And we also can see that he does have another army there with him as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Clan Wars was... Eshin may have been stronger, I couldn't see them. I don't know, man. Scryer was pretty insane too, and that would have been hard. Okay, they're coming out to attack me here. I don't have time to finish this on this episode though, so we're gonna pick up the next episode right here with Chitter Skull, and we're going to drill a hole in his skull. And it ought to be pretty fun, to be honest. We have some pretty good artillery here. They do not have well, they do. They have one piece. It's the Plague Claw catapult, so we'll have to deal with that. But, I mean, in a melee fight, they have to kill a lot of Doom Seekers, and that is not going to be fun. And then I have a big line of Slayers. Let's see what we're up against, though. He is a wizard, and he does have Warp Lightning, so that absolutely sucks. They've only got, or they've got 6 uses of Menace Below, so that is going to absolutely suck. They have Warp Bomb, so any of their units that gets low on health, they can explode it up to 3 times. So, things to be aware of. Anyway, I'll see you all next time with this one. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now.